Right guys, we are on our way to get another £200 car challenge. Apparently this car got parked up. The man, it was his wife's car. They haven't used it for a long time. She doesn't drive anymore. Ford Focus Estate. Not a lovely car, but quite nice. 58 reg, diesel. They parked it up over a year ago. The battery's gone dead on it, but apparently it run perfect when it was parked up. So we've give £200 for it. Bought it absolutely blind like we do, and we're on our way there. And fingers crossed, we're going to even try and get it started. I've got my trade plates and I'll drive it home if I can. If not, we'll pull it on the back of the truck, we'll get it back to the yard, we'll get the battery charged up and do a bit of an episode on it. Try and double our money. So guys, we've just arrived. I couldn't video it all because the guy don't want to be on camera. But this is the old car, 58 reg. It's really high mileage. He said it's done about 150. But the battery's completely dead. I said, did it definitely run? And I didn't even bring no jump leads. So he brought a set of jump leads out. I've put it on there. Let me turn my truck off actually. And as you can hear, it fired straight up. And sounds really, really well, but we know we're not going to break any world records in profit. It is in an old shed and it is absolutely covered in bird muck. And as you can see, there's a lot of mould and bits and pieces on the seat. Even though he said he only actually parked it here, he moved it here about 6 months ago. So it's a style TDCI. And I think, what a lovely little tip motor for someone. Like maybe 550, £600 with a new MOT on it. What a cracking little car. And I said, is there actually anything wrong with it? And he said, no, we've never had no problems. He's got this chrome trim. He's just gone off to try and find that for me now. Let me know what you think in the comments section. Apart from that little chrome grille and the aerial being missing, they're the only parts I've noticed. And that engine sounds absolutely beautiful. So I just said to Chris, we've got the truck here, we can load it on, but really I should give it a run. So I am going to attempt to drive it home. And I think it should be all right. It's got 63 miles left in the tank. Let's give it a go. And I'll come straight back as soon as I get back to the yard. So I've just pulled over to give Chris a call. I have driven it home, and to be fair, apart from all the rust on the brakes, it actually does drive really, really nice. But every time I clear the window, all this stuff in here is just flying up the windscreen. I am about 2 miles away from home now, and I've just pulled over to ring Chris to say, do you know what, I'm going to head straight to the car wash with the car and get it cleaned. It's absolutely smothered anyway, and we can't work like this. So I am going to get it cleaned, head back to the yard and just go through all the light bulbs, wipers, etc, etc, make a call and try and get it booked in for an MOT. That's going to be the best test to see what it is like. But so far guys, so good. And today, I don't know if it's going to make any difference. I am wearing a microphone. So if you do think that it's a lot better and it has cut out the wind noise, because it is quite windy and noisy where I am, please let me know and I'll try and use it a bit more often. I'm going to use it, obviously, if it is doing the trick. I'll be back shortly after we've had it cleaned. I just pulled in here, guys, and the bloke had a look at the car from the outside, and he did kind of pull a funny face. So I think even he thinks it's quite bad, and they must see it every day. Let's get it cleaned, get up the, I think we'll probably go up the lay-by and do a walk around it and have a look, see what sort of marks and dinks it's got around it. So that is all clean, guys. I've just stopped off, get me and Chris a coffee at Phil's. and it actually come out really, really nice. Sorry, it is raining. Surprisingly, the inside come up absolutely beautiful. Perfect little car to do the tip run or take the dogs out for a walk, or, you know, it's still got plenty of miles in it. There's quite a lot of stone chips around the front end, and I've got to stick that chrome trim back on. But the inside of it, we'll start at the back. It actually come up surprisingly nice. The seats are all in quite nice condition. It's got the rubber mats, but it doesn't have any warning lights apart from the usual one, which is the fuel light. But overall, I'm quite happy with it. Like I said, I've just stopped, get us a coffee, go back to the yard. I'm going to go through it all. I've rung ahead and we've got an MOT booked for 12 o'clock. So I'm over at MOT, guys. I just said to the bloke, is it all right if I have a quick look underneath? And it's actually got a brand new exhaust pipe on it all the way through. The whole lot is all new, so that's quite impressive. And I said, how's it looking under there? And he said, so far so good, so fingers crossed. I've just pulled up straight away outside the MOT station after we come out. I do keep getting the mileage wrong. I said 74 earlier, and then I said it was high mileage. Actually 174,000. I've put a drop of diesel in there as well. I didn't want to turn up with all the lights on, but it passed an MOT. He said it's actually been really, really well looked after. And the chap that I bought the car off said to me, he MOT'd it just before they parked it up. And that does ring true now, looking at this. 174,722, 174,998. So it actually hasn't moved since its last MOT. It did have a couple of advisories. Brake disc worn, pitted or scored, but not seriously weakened. Excuse the state of my nails there, guys. Yeah, basically, he said the front brake discs are running low. So overall, I'm chuffed to bits. This is turning out really well. So far, we've give £200 for the car. We chucked £20 in my truck to go and collect it. We've just done £40 on an MOT, tenner's worth of diesel, and £15 on a valet. So far we are looking really good. Let's head back to the yard, and I'll let you know what we're going to do with the car and how much we're going to ask for it. I just thought I'd open that up and show you guys as well. It's the first time I've seen it. So that was good news with the MOT. And then I open up the book pack it come with, the whole lot, and it looks like it's serviced right up to 164,000. So everything seems to tally up with what that guy said as well about it being off the road for a year. So overall, quite happy with it, and I think, to be fair, it is an absolute bargain. I love doing these cheap car challenge videos, and I know that you all really, really enjoy them. The last one I've done was brilliant, so I've been looking forward to doing another one. We've just run into a problem, guys. I'm on my way back to the MOT. My day could not be going any better. We've broken down. Absolutely unbelievable. I have no idea why. We've had no warning lights, nothing. It just literally completely cut out, and it will not restart. I don't know if it's diesel. I have no idea. I've got no computer with me. I can't plug it in. I've got no way of telling. I've just had to ring Chris, and he is on his way in the truck to collect me. But honestly, this video and today was going so well. It just went without a glitch. The car's gone through its MOT. It drove really nice. The brake discs have all cleaned up. The brakes are all working lovely. And then this happens. It just cuts out. And as you can see, the weather today is terrible, and we've got a couple of cars in the shop. So if I get back and the weather's like this, I'm not even going to be able to investigate it. I'm absolutely gutted. I can't believe this. Guys, I'll come back with an update once Chris is here, or I'll get back to the yard. Here comes my saviour. I'll get it loaded on, guys, and I'll come straight back as soon as we get to the yard. Honestly, I can't believe this. It's just gone down there to turn around. It's quite dangerous here. It's quite skinny. I can't wait to get off this road. We have just got back, guys, and as you can see out there, the weather is just absolutely horrendous. I've tried starting it again with no joy. I've got the little computer out. I'm going to plug it in. I was going to try and do it all on camera, but this does take a little while to load up, so I'll probably get right through the process of the code reading, and then obviously probably just come back and let you know how I got on with it. Actually, if we hold there a sec, we're nearly there. We'll see if there's any initial codes in it. Read fault codes. This vehicle has no fault codes. Well, that's a good start, isn't it? I'm going to investigate it a bit further, guys, and then I'll come back to you, but I'm not going to carry on. I'm certainly not going to go outside while it's like that, and I think we have got this for the rest of the day. Quite a few people in the last video, when I used the little scanner, said to me, Rob, you wasn't going in and doing a scan on it. And guys, I do always do a scan, I just don't always show everything on camera, so I will be doing a full scan on it. We can find fault. I must have flicked straight past it, but yeah, I'll go ahead and do that, and I'll come back with the results. I'll let you know the outcome of it regardless of whatever happens today, but I can't actually find fault in there. So yeah, I'll do some investigating, and then I'll come back and let you know how we got on with it. So guys, it turns out it's a bit of a mystery. You just couldn't write what has happened today at all. It's absolutely unbelievable. Sorry, I've wedged you in the windscreen there, so I'm behind the steering wheel. I've plugged the scanner in. I've done a full scan. There's no codes present. There's no old codes sitting in the ECU or the body control module. So it is absolutely beyond me what has happened. I just can't get out in this rain. I haven't got a waterproof jacket on, and it is absolutely pouring it down. So there is going to be, unfortunately, another video on it where we are fault finding and finding the issue with this car, because clearly it has got one. I don't actually believe that it's anything serious, because there was no juddering, no misfires, nothing whatsoever. It just literally cut out, and then all of the normal lights that come on the dashboard. Now, it has been sat for best part of a year, so is it the diesel filters clogged up? Is it that it's got an air leak and the diesel's run back? I just don't know. I don't want to crank it over too much. It has done 175,000 miles, and all I'm going to do is end up cooking the starter motor. So we do need to go through and do some tests. Diesel pressure, maybe it will pay to just buy a diesel filter and change that anyway. We don't know when it was last changed. By the service book, it says it was serviced at 126,000. So it has done 20,000 past that. Does it need a diesel filter? Has it got an air leak in the diesel system? I just don't know the answer to it. It could be more serious. It could be the diesel pump, but there's no fault showing up. So we do need to do some manual investigating, good old fashioned on the tools, and do some tests. So unfortunately, it's not going to be a happy ending to the story like I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a bit like the Safira, where I actually already started punting this car out to a few traders just to see if we could get it all wrapped up and done in a day and have that bit of profit. And I thought, I haven't worked it out exactly. It was 200, 40 for the MOT, 15 for the valet, a tenner for diesel. So I was just going to kind of double that and ask that amount. And earlier on, I put it out there at around 550 to a couple of traders. So that is going to be the end of the video. Thank you all very much for watching as usual. And I know the comment section is going to be alive on this one, with quite a lot of you have probably had these. I believe it's a 1800 diesel. I haven't actually looked. It could be a 2 litre or whatever. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comment section. All you can do is laugh. You know, it's not loads of money at the end of the day, and we're not going to get stuck with it. You know, I'm sure it's something simple, and if not, it's always going to be worth what we paid for it, spares or repairs, especially now it's got a year's MOT on it. Not a lot of good that is. So guys, thank you very much for watching, sharing the videos. I do get a little chart come up now on the YouTube studio, and it shows me every month how many of you are sharing my videos, and we really do appreciate it a lot. That's where we're getting a lot of our new subscribers, a lot of the following, and giving the thumbs up on the videos, sorry, I'm right down here, really does help, like you wouldn't believe, explode the channel. It's, you know, the same as the comments. It really does get us up there, and we really do appreciate it. So guys, I'm getting carried away and I'm waffling on again. Thank you all very much for watching. Check out the merch store, links in the description. Selvage Rebuilds on Instagram for some sneak peeks. Like, subscribe and share, and we will see you very soon in the next one. Thank you.